And slowly open your eyes.
My question is about the approval of parents. And I have a relationship very close with mom, but at the same time a little toxic. And I want to have a good relationship with her, but I'm too tired of that. That is so heavy for me, that approval.
Okay, so all of your life, every person in this room is looking for their parents' approval. Everything comes from that point. We want our parents' approval because they're the source of love. And then we project it onto our children, our partners, everywhere, our boss. The thing is, when you start loving yourself, you don't need people to agree with you. And when you're mature, you don't take everything personally. You have to get to the point where you understand that everyone has a different opinion and they're entitled to that opinion. But if you're so insecure that you abandon your projects because mummy doesn't like them, you have to take responsibility. And this is a big aspect of speaking your truth, but from your heart. And there's some sort of hook of the victim, and you have to see that. And the minute you stop caring whether she approves or not, she'll start approving of everything. Because this is how it happens. You have this guilt, she responds, you get angry because she's negative and it's her fault. But you're not taking responsibility. You know, and you have to go beyond that. Or use it to be more. Yeah? Good. It's very important to get past all that rubbish. You know, you have to just love you. And everyone in this room has someone that they need the approval of. And you need to see it. And you need to let it go. You know, let them have their opinion. It's their lives, their opinion. You are responsible for you. And let go of that fear of not being loved.
Can you talk a little bit more about what means to standing on your greatness, how to achieve it? And also to talk a little more about inner security.
Once you cultivate consciousness, that's when you find internal security. And the fear dissolves. And you have the capacity to be you. That's to stand in your greatness. To love yourself unconditionally, to be true to your heart, to not be looking for approval, and just to be free and innocent. And it comes from internal security. And you get that through the system. But consciousness is a muscle, no? You have to exercise it. Because when you have this security, it's not just a thought, it's an energy. And it pushes you forward. Because that's what life's about. about evolution, about being the best of you. Okay, and that power is like a garden. And you have to give it nutrients, water, sun, so it will grow. Yeah, and it's the same with your consciousness. You have to speak your truth, take off your masks, focus in the moment, and it will flourish. It will flourish internally. And you'll feel that energy. Most of you are feeling it already. Yeah, every time you express or give a reflection or have a realization, you feel that, no? You feel your consciousness. You feel your heart. You feel your truth. And it comes from there. But it's something you have to, what's the word? I can't even think of the, cultivate, yes.
I have an addiction to toxic relationships. Sex is like more passionate and I feel freer there, and the relations are toxic. And that I feel safer in the toxic than the stable ones. The stable relationships, I get so bored so easy in the sexual aspect of it. How can I heal that?
Well, you have to find something within you that wants to be nurtured. You know, you want to see, when you start to love yourself, you start to do things that make you feel good about yourself. And you have to get past the point of that addiction, the need for drama, to be the victim. Yeah, you have to get past that point. Your well-being has to be the most important thing. And yes, you know, toxic relationships are always passionate and it's always like that. But you have to do it until you're sick of it. You know, at some point you get sick of it. Because, you know, the fear of abandonment, the fear of whatever. At some point, when you start to cultivate enough consciousness, you stop. And you don't want that anymore. It's like any addiction. You find something more sustainable, something more beautiful, less drama, and you're happy with that. Replace it with consciousness. And when you've got so much consciousness, you can have toxic relationships because they don't affect you.
How can I regulate my energy? Because I can see that when I start projects that I like a lot, I have an energy that is overexalted. And after a while, I get exhausted. I let go and I don't continue with the project. But I see as if it's an energy that is too much. How can I get to the center or to regulate it, no? I suppose I have to be more present. But some tips?
Yeah, sure.
Claro.
You know, passion activates. And we get very enthusiastic. But we have an idea of how it needs to look. But the mastery of anything takes time to get to a point of excellence. So it's in each moment. So it's approach. It's the approach. How do I do it? It's not, come on, yeah, let's go, let go. And you get halfway through the race and you've got no energy left because you're exalted and you're positive, and that's not mature. It's fun, but it gives you no result. But if you're present, if you're enjoying each moment, if you're giving, if there's not a defined goal, everything flows. And it comes from consciousness. You know, you can't lose yourself in the doing because it's immature. When you do that, you disperse because you're riding on the energy. It's like her in a toxic relationship. You know, the sex is great, and then it's all drama, 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 and then, then comes the victim. And it's the same thing. It's always the same. You know, you have to find that consistency and to just be in consciousness. And everything happens. Everything happens. Everything unfolds perfectly. But the most important thing, and I tell you, the most important thing is we have to start here. Because this is the only thing that fulfills us. You know, I think sometimes you guys get to a certain consciousness level and you've let go of your basic suffering and you're enjoying your lives and you forget how important it is to keep growing spiritually. You know, your consciousness has to be first. Like breathing. I have to keep evolving. So the unification, the facets, you know, the intensives, whatever. Don't lose that in the doing. Because you'll get to the same point. Whereas you want to get to a new point. You want to arrive in a different level. And you have to see that. If I'm here, it flows. If I'm here, there's always obstacles. Always. To create from consciousness, it's so easy.
Moments ago, I was eating with service team. And Francesco talked about everything is possible. And Erika said, everything is possible. And for me it was like a bomb that shook me. And according to me, I knew everything was possible, but it happened that impacted me this. Can you talk about?
It was Adidas's latest logo. The Adidas, todo es posible. You know, you're the creator of your universe. And you have unlimited possibilities. Nothing's impossible. But what are you focusing on? You know, we've got to stop focusing on what we're going to get. Okay, we have to focus on what we're going to be. That's what's important. What am I being? Because it's not about creating something more and more exotic or strange or bigger or whatever. It's about finding fulfillment in every moment and enjoying what is. If that evolves and changes, enjoy that. But the capacity to flow, you can do what you want, but you do it for you, not because you want to get something. I'll give you an example. Pure consciousness lives in praise, love and gratitude because it's already seeing the abundance. You know, I don't wake up in the morning and say, God, bring me this, this, this and this, and then I'll do this, this, this and this. You know, we look at God like someone to negotiate with or to ask something from, like a father. Oh, puppy, can you give me? Oh, if I'm good, can I have? If I get, I will sacrifice. And this is the immaturity of humans. Because there's no puppy, there's no old guy that looks like Santa that's deciding. Okay, it's just about flowing with the magic that's here and living in praise, love and gratitude. This is what's important. This will make you abundant, no matter what you have externally. You can be abundant with that. Absolutely. And that's maturity. I praise, I give gratitude, I love, I create unity. This is to be mature. I'm in joy, I'm flowing, I'm discovering. It's not about winning. We all love to win, but you shouldn't feel any different if you lose. Someone else gets to win. Yay. You know, you have to change the chip. And yes, everything's possible. But the most important thing, am I happy? Am I enjoying? Am I full of gratitude? Am I seeing the love? This is what's important. Am I ever present enough to see the love? Or am I always chasing some illusion of being famous or rich or more beautiful or whatever? Just to be in appreciation.
My question is, how can I enjoy to be focused? I like to focus, but then I get so bored and I distract so easy. And then I start thinking in a project and thinking another one, and then I stop and I do something. And I know that to achieve whatever, I have to be super focused. And the things that really I feel focused are the difficult ones or the most dangerous ones. Well, at the beginning, when I do the first step to do something, a little bit like Lore or something, I start thrill the project, and in a moment becomes like flat, but necessary. But I know I have to go inwards and this. But how I can continue enjoying on the fun part, focusing consciousness but thrill.
So when you're surfing, there's a moment that you're waiting for the wave, no? You're just there, in that silence, looking and waiting for the perfect wave to bring you in. It's like that, no? It's not that you're on wave after wave after wave after wave after wave. There's a gap where you're in silence. You're just there. And you have to do that with your projects. You have to apply the same focus and the same attention so that everything flows. You know, if you're out surfing and you're not present, you'll get dumped. Okay, so use that. And use the facets all the time. Because if you know that you have an incapacity to be constant, use consciousness for that. Constantly coming home, coming home, coming home. Until it grows so much that you're actually addicted to that. You know, the only thing important for me is my consciousness. Like the only thing I couldn't lose. It's impossible now. But initially, it became so precious because it was the thing that was sustaining my life, allowing me to enjoy my life. And you have to keep remembering that. Everything comes from the inside. Yeah? And I think you've changed a lot. You're much more anchored, more present, and you have to see that. And then you have to apply it. For all of you, for all the new ones. You know, if you're home, if you're here, you can move into action. But without that fanaticism, that frantic thing, just here, move into action, move into action. And look for the calm between the waves, huh? And enjoy them. Just enjoy. Hmm?
How can I maintain stability? Emotional stability, or the internal peace that we get to feel here when I go back to the routine. I connected so much on what you said that is like a spa for our consciousness, no? This place. And when we arrive to routine, we don't have so much time to focus in self. And I can see as something really in need to continue with this process for me. Claro.
Well, if you can see that, it's easy. Do you know how much time we waste doing rubbish? If we just spend 1 hour, really, you know, all day. You know, we have time for all the rubbish. Now, you can appreciate what this is doing, and committing to that is you loving you and reminding yourself. And look at consciousness, read consciousness, do a program, do something that sustains you until you've cultivated so much consciousness, which is very fast, very easy to make your consciousness grow. It's the easiest thing there is because it's real, it's natural. And you won't have that thought. But you know, you can put alarms in the phone, think of facets, you know, do my hour and commit to it, turn the phone off, you know, make a decision. And you say what we experience here, but it's not here. It's in you. What you're experiencing is you. It's not them. It's not me. It's you. So it's yours. So keep cultivating that.
I was reading about the infinite intelligence that exists in the universe, that you achieve through meditation and connecting with it. And it touched me so much, it made me think the response that you gave to my mom yesterday about how she was able to bring back to life to someone? Being a lawyer, she didn't know that. My question is, can I achieve to connect with that intelligence, but through the calmness and the love, without being in concerns or in an emergency?
Sure, because it's in you. You are that. And the more you unify, all the answers will come. All the wisdom will come. All the knowledge of the universe will come. And it's simple. Everything's within you. It's not that you're connecting to something. It's you. You internally are connected to totality because you are the totality. Now, all of this sounds ambiguous because in order to really know that, you have to be in unity. But when you start, you'll start to have these realizations. And the answer will always be love, surrender, peace. It will always be coming from that space. Yeah, it's just about, like I said to him, just cultivate.
Dejé todo para venir acá, no tengo trabajo, no tengo nada. Estaba súper entusiasmado de esto. Primero venir acá. Y ahora que pasan los días, digo, ¿qué voy a hacer? Y cuando unifico, empiezo teniendo estas ideas y las anoto. Digo, tal vez puedo hacer esto, puedo hacer aquello. Y después me crea tanta ansiedad que no puedo disfrutar los últimos momentos que estoy aquí. Entonces, ¿cómo puedo simplemente confiar más en aquello que estoy creando estando aquí sin sentir esto?
If you're here now,
Si tú estás aquí ahora,
you've already created. You don't have to write things down. You don't have to think about anything. You just need to surrender here, in this moment. The universe already knows. It's going to be clear. You'll go home and it will be clear. But worrying doesn't control the future. In fact, it destroys the moment. Be here in this moment and cultivate trust. You've always created what you've needed. That's why you're here. If you hadn't, you wouldn't be here. And this is where we need to see the trust. We always have these fears and doubts of the future. But you're here. What, your life was Disneyland? No. It had many ups and downs, no? You overcome many problems. Deaths, births, divorces, school, jobs, everything. All of you. But you're here. Why? Because it's always perfect. And trust in that perfection. Trust in it. Here I am. And I will be there. And it will be perfect if I trust. We're always trying to control. If I worry, it's safe. This is why we start bargaining with God. You know, give me this and I'll give you this, and give me this and I'll give up that, and give me this, and like there's some accountant up there going, okay, yes, now she's going to give up smoking if she gets this. You know, see the immaturity and just trust, just surrender and flow, and it will be perfect. Good. And enjoy the last few days. Why not?
Come visit our webpage for books, movies, and our wonderful retreat centers. Isha's simple yet powerful system is transforming lives around the world.